Hi, my name is Martha and this is my Dream Quince story. I've been wanting a quinceañera since I was about 4 years old. My mom actually had a quince, obviously when she was 15. She shows me pictures. It always inspired me to have a quinceañera. I want to follow the tradition in my family. My theme for my quinceañera was royalty. I wanted to look like a princess. I wanted everything to be sparkly and everything. I wanted to be the most extra I can be. My mom and I are very picky. We always have high expectations, and this theme was just something that we loved since I was younger. It's just something we both agreed on. My mom has been very important in this, the whole planning of the quinceañera. Basically, my mom and I did everything together. Just because, my dad had parties to go to because he is a musician. So I'm very interested in music. My dad is actually a musician. He plays the keyboard and he's been a musician for longer than I've been alive. So music was always taught to me and it's very important to me. I like to sing while my dad plays the keyboard and we just have fun times. When I picked out my dress, actually my mom was the only one there. And I'd like to keep it that way when I get married someday. It was not stressful at all to find a dress. I saw that the dress I had in mind was in the catalog. So I immediately run to my mom and I'm like, I have to get this dress. Immediately when I saw the dress on the catalog, I was very drawn to how sparkly it was. It was very elegant, especially with the cape. I thought that, the cape really added the final touches to it. It's me in a dress, so of course I had to pick it. I wanted my face to pop, so I wanted it to be, a very royalty vibe. I wanted it to be kind of like a pinkish, neutral look, but very dramatic at the same time. And it was very kind of like a smoky eye, which really pulled the look together. When I finally got it on, I was so excited. I couldn't stop twirling. My parents put on my jewelry, my necklaces. I was just so excited to be done up. I loved my dress. It was very emotional when my parents first saw me in the dress. Them seeing, their little girl, turn into, a young adult and growing up, definitely, it was very emotional for the three of us. My parents got married at a very young age. They wanted a more stable life in order, to bring a child in the world. When my mom actually went to the doctors, she was sadly informed that she had cancer cells in the womb and she had one surgery to remove the cysts from her ovaries. She was getting depression. She was starting to accept the fact that being a mother wasn't going to happen to her. My mom was losing hope. It was a couple years. There was a doctor, and so she decided to give pregnancy one last chance before adopting. He told her to not worry about pregnancy, that she will not be leaving that building without a baby. And after a couple weeks, the doctor had told her to take a pregnancy test and it was positive. Since then, my parents have always thought that I am a miracle child because, they've been trying for so long. It's crazy to think about, 13 years of trying to have a baby. This just proves to me and to all of you guys that miracles can happen.
I don't need a throne to run this. I'm my own to run this. I'm my own to run this. I'm my own. I don't need a throne to run this. I'm my own to run this. I'm my own. I run this. I'm my own.
My ceremony, my church ceremony, is very important to my parents and I. I feel like that's the main part of where they explain to you that you are no longer, a young girl. You are, maturing, changing. There was a lot of people there, with my family and I joining us, and it was just super special to me. I had 7 guys in my court. Most of them were my friends. Most of them I grew up with, you know, since elementary, and some I met in high school and I'm just very close to. I chose my main chambelán because we're very close. He was in band and I was in color guard, so we would always bond.
Are you excited about talking about it?
He's just a friend. You know what's funny? Everyone in my quinceañera thought we were dating. No, we're just friends. He's just a very funny person to be around with, and he just means a lot to me because he knows the struggle of being an only child just like I am. I chose him and he was very excited about it. So after my ceremony was done, there was actually a party bus waiting for my court and I outside. We were going to a park nearby the venue, and I was super excited because I love pictures. I had the best photography. It was very fun to just enjoy time with my parents, like stress-free, taking pictures. When I walked into my venue, I was completely blown away. Everything around my venue was rose gold, and it's exactly what I wanted. I kind of just stood there to take it all in. I'm like, is this my venue? Like, is this my party? Like, it was so like, I was very shocked that day. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty! There was a lot of things personalized, like in the candy area. There was a lot of posters from when I was younger. There were just a lot of personalized things, which was very important to me because that way when I'm older I can look back at all of my decorations and it just says my name on it. It was more than what I could have asked for.
Muchas gracias. Somos mucho muy bonito. Qué bueno, te lo mereces.
And I am just so thankful for my party planner and for everything she did that day. When people started arriving, I definitely started getting a little nervous. I felt like it didn't feel real until people were in the venue. I got up, I greeted everyone. I was very excited to see everyone there. And I was very thankful they showed up, for my parents and I, because it was very special to us. I got referred to Javier, a choreographer, and it was the best thing in my life. We met with him, we talked about future plans, about the dances. He is very professional. I was super honored to work with him because, of the person he is. He's amazing, he's so sweet. He is very strict, which I love because it definitely helped my court. We only had 3 weeks to, choreograph, memorize, practice, until my quinceañera, just 3 weeks. At first I was stressful. I was like, how am I gonna, know all of these dances in such a short period of time? My court at the beginning, just like any other teenager, they were a little, playing around, messing around. But when Javier came in, that's where, they were very calm because they knew the person he was. Once Javier got there was no stress at all. We were actually getting ready for the waltz and everything, and we were starting to line up. I was definitely feeling a little bit nervous. We started dancing and I wasn't even thinking about it. It was just flowing perfectly. I mean, it was something that I didn't even have to think about. It was just at the moment I was just very excited to see people and, to dance with my chambelanes. It was very fun. So with my dad, we had the father-daughter dance, and it was very special to us because, I am a daddy's girl. I'm very close with him. We felt like no one else was in the room. It was just us two. I also did have a mother-daughter dance. It was something very special to both of us. It was something you know, emotions are unexplainable. It was just so much fun.
Buenas noches a todos. Primeramente quiero darle gracias a Dios por este día tan especial para mi hija.
Le doy gracias porque me dio lo más bonito de mi vida.
My mom started talking and she gave this beautiful speech. She started talking about, you know, how important I am to her, how hard it was for her to have me.
Es el amor de nuestra vida, es todo para nosotros. Le quiero dar gracias a Dios por la gran bendición que me dio. Esperamos mucho para poder tener este gran regalo.
Lluvia de bendiciones, Marta. ¡Felicidades!
After the speeches, we had to rush back, take off my dress.
Vamos a dar inicio con el baile sorpresa.
When we got back, my chambelanes actually they all had white t-shirts, and in the back, each of them had a letter, which when they turned, you know, back, like when they turned their back to us, it spelled my name, Martha. It really made the dances special.
Never got lost in the feeling, never just felt so deep in, till I got tangled up in you.
When we started dancing, you know, it was very high beat music. It was lambada, which that's very important to me because my mom actually danced that song at her quinceañera, and we wanted to incorporate the same song because that song is also a family tradition.
Loving every moment.
I was so happy that everything turned out exactly how I imagined it to turn out, and even better. I was so excited for my dad to play at my quinceañera. He is part of a band, and music is very important to both of us, and I wanted to see him perform that night. And my mom and I had a vision for my quinceañera, and everything was beyond perfect. Everything, time-wise, decoration-wise, everything, absolutely everything was perfect. I'm beyond grateful with my parents because they went out of their way to make my dream quinceañera happen. I definitely had my dream quinceañera.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and this is my dream quince story. We were dancing. I turned to the DJ, I told him to stop the music.
If you want your quince featured on Quince Stories, email quince@awesomeness.tv.com. Bye guys!